good morning, good morning. You see this face? You hear this voice loud and proud at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday? You know it's time for Solace Saturday. So good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You'll come on in and say good morning and wish me a happy Valentine's Day. Let me know that you love me. Let me know that you love, because I love you. You know that, right? Right? So listen, good morning. You already know today is going to be a great day because what? We serve a great God. And what else? The Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to my animal kingdom. I started up on one breed of animals. Now I got several. I got cats and dogs and rabbits and things of that nature. So good morning to the animal kingdom at this point. Good morning, Erica. All right. Okay, my equipment is excited today because everything is working. So let me do what we do. And we're going to jump right on in because I got a lot to say. I always have a lot to say, but today I got a lot to say. And if you know me like you should know me, you probably already know where I'm going. So let me do my preliminaries because I got a lot to say. Now I got to share my Black History moment. I did my part. Erica's here, her doing her part. And we just going to jump right on in. All right, y'all? And here we go. Once upon a time, no, we're not there. I don't know why I'm so excited, why I'm so giggly today, but I'm riled up. So let me just start bumping my gums and just jump right on in. Forgive me for sniffling. You know how y'all have the song that doesn't end. I have a cold that just doesn't end. So bear with me, please. But again, I say good morning and kingdom blessings, everyone. I am your host, Cherise Stevenson, your life strategist, and welcome to Solace Saturday. Yay! Right? This is year 3. We've been doing this for 3 years. This is season 6. The year is divided into 2 components. This is season 6. And our theme for this season is comprised of 3 words, which are free, focused, and favor. Doesn't have to specifically be in that order, but whatever applies to you, take it, apply it, run with it, write it, rehearse it, do what you got to do. But that's where we are. Free, focused, and favored. That is our theme for season 6. So listen, Solace Saturday is a platform of growth and encouragement that was birthed from the 3rd installment. This 3rd installment means the 3rd book, which means there were 2 books before this one, right? The 3rd installment of Unnamed and Unwanted, the trilogy, I Know Who I Am, the process to positivity. It is not the only process, but it is a process on becoming bigger, better, and greater. And we use this moment as a mirror, not to look just at ourselves, but to look within ourselves through our weekly readings of aspirations, which are positive quotes, inspirations, which are positive scriptures, and affirmations, which we speak positivity over ourselves. This platform, Solace Saturday platform, with me as your host, Cherise Stevenson, this platform, we challenge you. We challenge you to make a choice to change. There's always room for growth, improvement, to be better, to be bigger, to be greater. That is our theme. That is our goal. So I'm not going to force you, but I am going to challenge you because I just believe in everybody being their best versions of themselves, right? So please remember, what you see is what you get. Morning, Bert. Oh, Bert is on this morning. This is going to get real good. What you see is what you get, and what you hear is exactly what you heard. This is not pre-recorded. It is live. It is, you're going to see me laugh. You're going to see me blow my nose. You're going to see me fix my glasses. You're going to see, and you're going to be right here with me because this is what we do. I am you, you are me, we are us. Right? And we are in this together. Good morning, Tiff. So let's jump right on in because I got a lot to say. I told you I'm revved up. I'm riled up. I said good morning to my animal kingdom. I said, well, ain't nobody wishing me happy Valentine's Day. I told you to tell me y'all love me. Thank you for saying good morning, though. Love me. Okay. All right. Yes, I am being a brat. Right? So, we acknowledge our prayer list. We're always praying for those who are grieving, who have lost. Oh, my goodness. I got so much to say about that. But, of course, our government, we ain't even got to go into that. Our churches, our pastors, our leaders, our covering. Good morning, Divine Destiny Cathedral, Bishop First Lady Jones, and my parents, Nanny and Pop. I told you if y'all don't have a church home or you just want to help, pray for my church. Pray for Divine Destiny Cathedral. Why? Because they have to deal with me. Right? That's plain and simple. We're still praying for the 2 plane crashes, and I think I heard there was actually another one. I think there was 3. I don't know what's going on in the air, but wherever I have to go going forward, I think I'm just going to walk it out because I can't. I'm a little weary. Plane crashes. The LA fires have finally ceased. They finally got that under control, so that's a good thing. Now we just got to deal with the healing and the cleanup. Listen, remember I kept telling you I think those fires were very intentional. Write this down, y'all. I want you to look up something that says SMART. I think it's SMART. SMART LA 2028. If the word isn't SMART, just look up LA 2028. Excuse me. That's all I'm saying. Because then I think that'll bring some kind of understanding to why these fires happen. And I felt what I felt, and it kind of confirmed it. So just look that up when y'all get a chance. I also want to pray for Joshua Baptist Cathedral Church and in the passing of their leader, Bishop Stephanie B. Riddle Green. I don't know if some of you know her or not know her, those of you who watch the replay or on YouTube, but she passed, and I'm mentioning her because I know her. She was a good friend of my bishop, and I became a fan of hers on social media. I didn't know who she was. My cousin had an open discussion about a cathedral, which is the chair that the bishop sits in. Now, mind you, it was his page, but there was people arguing on his page. And this young lady jumped on the page and was ripping this dude to shreds. And I became a fan, like scrolling and reading. And then I had to go and get snacks. And she was not letting up. As much as he was talking, she was talking. I was like, oh my God, I want to be her friend. Not knowing that we actually was running in the same circle of churches. And I got to meet her. She was so smart and so brilliant and could break down this word of God like nobody's business. And she was funny. And her sarcasm was rich. And I was just like, she my friend. She really my friend. But she passed away. And so we were all a little heavy about that. Heart. She had several heart surgeries and heart failures and conditions. She died and they brought her back. She fought a good fight, and she went on to labor, to reward this week. So pray for her family, B. Riddle Green, and her church, the Joshua Baptist Cathedral Church. Please keep them in your prayers. Right, and now, no, let's do birthday shout-outs. Birthday shout-outs. Rhonda isn't on here, but Rhonda's daddy, who was also one of my favorite daddies, Papa White. His birthday was actually on Valentine's Day. Don't get no sweeter than that. So to Papa White, happy birthday to you. My right hand, Miss Erica Parker, her birthday is next week. Happy birthday, Miss Erica Parker. And my new buddy, roommate Richard, and his name is roommate Richard because that's how I was introduced to him. Roommate Richard's birthday is Tuesday? Did you say Tuesday? It's coming up? Anyway, roommate Richard's birthday is coming up. So we want to shout out roommate Richard. Who? Right, brother, and your Daddy Johnson's birthday is on Valentine's. What is going on with all these sweet men being born on Valentine's Day? I need to do some research. Because Papa Johnson and Papa White are the most sweetest, kindest men you would ever, like, they don't even make them like that anymore. So thank God. They need to hold a seminar. Oh my God, these Papa Johnson. I shouted Shauna out last week. She don't get another shout out. She need to calm down. I shouted her out last week. Thank you though, because you're gonna take her for your family bird. It's okay. I shouted Shauna out last week. She don't get twice. Roommate Richard is tomorrow. Roommate Richard is tomorrow. So happy birthday, roommate Richard. And also, did I miss anybody? Nope, I think that's all I got for this week. Right, so happy birthday to everybody. Oh, you on here? You want another one? Fine. Happy birthday, Shauna. Happy birthday. Oh, Shauna, I need to talk to you. Shauna, I need to talk to you. Real talk. So anyway, I'm glad you popped up. Girl, I need to talk to you. Anyway, announcements. My first, and still, even though she's married with children and living in a whole nother state, my baby Shakia's, her wedding anniversary is this weekend, and her husband's birthday. So happy birthday to Leon Brown and happy anniversary to the Brown family. We're fasting on Wednesdays from 6 to 6. Transparency moment. I did not fast this past Wednesday. I was excited. I got some good news that I will share later on with you guys. I was excited and I wanted to celebrate. I did not fast this past Wednesday. Remind me so I can shout it out next week. She'll be on next week's shout out. Remind me about her. Matter of fact, let me just write it down so I won't forget. Brianna. This Johnson family is taking over my live this morning. I don't know what's going on with that, but I know Roberta got her own platform. No, I'm just messing. I'm just messing. But we're still fasting from 6 to 6. I repented and I celebrated because I was very happy. I was very proud of myself, and I will share those details with y'all later. Also, our Women's History platform is coming up. I will send out the assignment today. I thought I had another week, but next week is the end of February, just like that. So I will send that out next week. And that's pretty much what I have for announcements. That's it. That's all I have for announcements. And now we're gonna do our Black History moment. And then we're gonna jump into what we're gonna jump into today. All right, so give me 2 more minutes, because I think we will not be canceled. We will not be overlooked. We will not be swept under the rug. And as long as I have a voice in the platform, we're going to do what we do. And we're going to be blackity black about it. Okay? Okay. So give me 2 minutes. And I'm going to give us our Black History moment for today. All right? Am I forgetting anything? Am I forgetting anything or anybody? If not, please forgive me. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary to everybody. Any announcements I'm missing, Erica? I don't know. I don't think so. Our Women's History platform next month. 4th Saturday, next week, tune in. 4th Saturdays with Jamel Lewis. You may not like me, because sometimes I don't like me, so that's cool. But you got to tune in for Jamel Lewis. So next Saturday is 4th Saturday. And he comes revved up. I don't know. I didn't ask him to speak on anything specific. but which makes it even better. So y'all tune in. All right. So our Black History moment. I'm good. Okay. Our Black History moment is the 1619 project. And I want to mention this. I told y'all my Black History moments is going to be a little different. Last week we talked about Black Wall Street because we need to know who we are. We are more than just slaves and baby makers and drug dealers. We are a smart people. We are brilliant people. We are innovators. So we talked about Black Wall Street last week, right? But I want to bring your attention to this project called the 1619 Project. And there's a book out, and the author of the book, her name is Nicole Hannah Jones. Nicole Hannah Jones. And she spells Nicole with a K. So if you look her up, it's Nikole. Hannah Jones, right? So the 1619 Project is a long-form journalistic historiographical work that takes a critical view of traditionally revered figures and events in American history, including the patriots in the American Revolution, the founding fathers, along with Abraham Lincoln and the Union during the Civil War. What is the significance of 1619? Although English colonists in Virginia did not invent slavery, and the transition from a handful of bound African laborers to a legalized system of full-blown chattel slavery took many decades, 1619 marks the beginning of race-based bondage that defined the African American experience. What does the 1619 Project teach? Through a series of essays, photos, and podcasts, the 1619 Project charts the impact of slavery on the country's founding principles, economy, healthcare system, racial segregation of neighborhoods and schools, popular music, and visual representations. So that's Project 1619. And the reason why I want you all to really get into this, you can either read the book, you can watch the documentary, because we watched it a couple of years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, Bishop, we watched the documentary for Black History. See, that's kind of Bishop I have, because he wants us to know who we are, where we come from, and what we can do about it. Because this 1619 Project is very real and very reverent in today's society, in today's time, and I'm going to show you how. Which is, there's some things that you need to know, right? So why this is important, it's very important because, like I said, it's very relevant today. So the word chattel, Chattel, that word right there is still used today. And I'm going to show you where. In real estate, in properties. When I was becoming a notary, this word chattel, Chattel, was one of my vocabulary words. And chattel represents property, right? And they would use our people, us, as a bargaining tool to purchase property, as exchange. And this word is still used today in leases and documents that you're signing when you go purchase your house and your land, because they really don't want to sell to us today. And this is why this is so important, that you understand the lingo and the language. And this author, Nicole Hannah Jones, she breaks this thing down so beautifully, so wonderfully. You will be in awe of who did what and how they did it and why they did it. And they are still doing it today. very distinctively. So this is why I wanted to point this out. So you want to know why it's hard to buy a house and purchase land? It's the wording. If you don't know what you're reading, they say if you want to hide something from us, put it in the book, right? And this is why. And when Bishop was showing us this documentary, the word chattel came up, and I was like, that's one of my vocabulary words when I was studying to do what I do. And so, I had to talk on it. I was like, Bishop, da-da-da. He was like, yeah, today. So they use these kind of words. They still don't want us to have what we want. Don't you deserve to have what you want. So if they know that you don't know, then they can talk right over your head, and then you don't get what you feel, you deserve. I don't think we should be limited like that. Like, it's under the table segregation or discrimination, not even segregation, discrimination. There's a lot of stuff that happens under the table. Like, that's why they want to know what year you were born. If I want to hire Suzanne, and I don't want Suzanne to be older than 35, I'm going to find out when Suzanne was born. If Suzanne's birth date will put her in a place that's over the age of 35, I already know I'm not hiring Suzanne. But by right, I have to interview Suzanne because it's the law. But they don't tell you about the under the table discrimination that they have in place, because they already know who they want. They already know what kind of people they want to work for them. They already know what kind of people they want to live in their neighborhood. So this Project 1619 is very important. Very, very important. I suggest you watch it because it's really long, but it's so impactful. This Nicole Hannah Jones, when I tell you she breaks this story down and our history down, you're gonna be mad while you're watching it, but you're gonna watch it because now you're intrigued. So that's our Black History moment. I hope it was enlightful. And now we're moving on to what we do on Saturday mornings. Good morning, Netta. So as you know, we deal with our book, and as you can see, it does say week 4. However, I had to deviate today. I gotta deviate today because I have a voice, I have a platform. I feel it's my duty to do so, because if I don't, it's gonna go over a lot of people's heads. And I'm glad Berta's on here, because Berta sees stuff more in depth than I do, and I'm not ashamed to say it. But Berta's gonna give me what I need today, right? So we're not gonna do the book today. We're gonna deviate a little bit, y'all. But I need you to stay with me, all right? 2 things. Number 1, I gotta mention Marvin Sapp real quick. Marvin Sapp dropped a 6-song EP, and it's R&B, and it is the most beautiful thing you've ever want to listen to. I've been listening to it all morning. It is absolutely amazing, and it doesn't take away from his bishopry. It's beautiful. It's clean. It's not degrading. He still mentions God in a sense. Go listen to it. That's number. I just had to give him a shout out. He's one of my favorite artists. Had to give him a shout out. That's probably gonna be my music for the rest of the day. It's only 6 songs. His new project, it dropped on Valentine's Day, and it's called If I Was an R&B Singer, and it's a beautiful project. I think you should go listen to it. That's number 1. Number 2, and this is where we're gonna be for the rest of the day, because we need to talk about it. And yes, I am talking about the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Good morning, Pastor Kendrick Lamar. Yes, I have given him his collar. I have given him his papers. I am now a member of his church. I want to talk about it. Y'all gonna sit here and talk about it with me? I want to talk about it. I feel we need to talk about it because it goes way deeper than the Kendrick Drake beef battle, whatever happens. First of all, I don't even understand how Drake could be in the battle with anybody because all he did was whine and crying and beg. He's the light skinned version of Keith Sweat to me. But that's neither here nor there. My opinion, Cherise 101. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. I do not own the rights to the lyrics that I will recite if I recite them, because I don't need us to get banned and shut down and all of that. Right? So, the halftime show. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's in awe. I did some posting about it. It blessed my whole entire life. Not because of the litigation portions of it. It ain't even had nothing to do with Drake. For me, at the end of it all, it didn't have anything to do with Drake about me. But I became involved, I guess, accidentally. Because I was having conversations with people and they were saying how Kendrick Lamar was not going to perform the song. And I was like, why wouldn't he? It's his song. How you not going to perform your 5-time Grammy Award winning song on the biggest platform in the world? Not just on Channel 2, the world. The entire world. It's not local, it's not national. The world. www.worldwide. The world. How are you not going to do that? So, even though Kendrick Lamar has now become my new pastor, I'm not going to say I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan, but I do like some of his music. But the music that I'm familiar with, that I wanted to hear, I knew he wasn't going to perform it because it's on other people's albums. Like, he has this song named Freedom that I absolutely love, but that's on Beyonce's album. So you're not going to do that. And then his song All Right is on another record label. We gonna be all right. That one. That's on, I think, another record label, and I don't know if he had permission to do that, so I was unsure if he was gonna do those. So those two songs I'm very familiar with. I like the song They Not Like Us because I like the beat. I like music. I'm musicians all my life. I've been around. My daddy used to sing. My family sings. It is what it is. So, but I really wasn't engrossed with the details because of the lyrics, because the details in the lyrics was about this battle that was going on between him and Drake. So I liked the song, but I really wasn't listening to the song. I didn't really get involved until it was being said that Drake was suing him if he performed the song. So I was like, well, what in the Blues Clues did he say in this song? So now I got to listen to the song. Like, I got to pay attention to the song. And I was just like, oh my. Clutch the pearls. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I can see why Mr. Aubrey's a little touched. Okay. All right. So now, because I am who I am, now I got to see the origin. I got to go into the history of it all and blah, 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 blah. So now I got an attitude because Mr. Aubrey started all this mess. If you go back into the music timeline of all of this and you go, so that was that. However, when Pastor Lamar came out and his dancers came out in the red, white, and blue, I was like, oh, this ain't got nothing to do with Aubrey. I don't care if he performed the song or not. The fact that he came out in the red, white, and blue, I was like, yeah, this is not going to go well. But let me explain the red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue, as you know, represents the American flag. It represents America. Number 47 was at the game. Number 47, him and his daughter, and I think her son or somebody, but they were there. Now, so let's back up to the beginning of the game, of the Super Bowl itself. I don't know if you watched it from the beginning, but when number 47 got there, they zoomed it, they showed that he was there, and they left. They went and paid tribute to the armed forces. They went and paid tribute to those who died in the plane crash. They went and paid tribute to those who died in New Orleans. They went and paid tribute. They never mentioned number 47's name. It was like zoop zoop, just like that. You saw that he was there, and that was that. So now I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. So now it's time for the show. And Pastor Lamar comes out in this red, white, and blue. Just red, white, and blue. And I was like, is he going to do the flag? He going to do the flag? He going to do the flag number 47 sitting right there. The first sentence, even before we get to the first sentence, Samuel L. Jackson pops up on the screen. If you are a Samuel L. Jackson fan, like I'm a Samuel L. Jackson fan, you know he is the poster child for the phrase F you, screw you, the bird, however you want to phrase it. He's the poster child for it. So just to see him show up, it's like, oh, this ain't going to be good. This is not going to be good. But number 47 in the stadium. Now, I don't know if some of y'all remember. I remember, like I said, because I'm a fan of Samuel L. Jackson. And it was funny to me when number 47 was in office the first time. Him and Samuel L. Jackson had a tiff about golf. And basically, Samuel L. Jackson said that he cheats at golf. So they don't like each other. So I need you to hear all that happened in 13 minutes. So now you got number 47, you got Samuel L. Jackson. These two definitely don't get along, and they know who each other are. You're like, I know who that is. I know who that is. I want, you know. And now you got Samuel L. Jackson out here in the red, white, and blue, doing his skit with Pastor Lamar. And I'm sitting here like, oh, this ain't gonna be good. Jesus, this ain't gonna be good. This is not gonna end well for some people. And I'm not even talking about Aubrey. I'm just sitting here like, this ain't gonna be good. Jesus, this. The first line that Pastor Lamar says was 40 acres and a mule. And I said, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So you already know 40 acres and a mule. You know that Spike Lee's joint. Spike Lee's been talking about the R word that we deserve. I can't. Honey, let me tell you, because that's who he is. That's who he is. My new prayer, Bert, is that I can break down. That's it. Thank you. Is that I can break down the word of God like Pastor Lamar did. That's my goal. And be very respectful with it. And I want to be able to preach like that. I want to thank you guys, that. And you know, Spike Lee been on that for years. So shout out, he gave big ups to Spike. Like, yeah, I'm in this fight with you. We still rocking out. I got you. Right? Don't forget the red, white, and blue. I need you to remember, if you watch the game, I need you to keep the red, white, and blue. Because all they had was red, white, and blue. Everybody was fully clothed, respectful. Because we're not going to come out in thongs and bikinis and then try to represent America. Because that's not who America is. We are a people of skill and talent and intelligence. So everything is red, white, and blue. And then they do this formation of a flag. And I was like, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And don't forget, number 47 is in the stands. In the stands. He's right there. Ironically dressed in red, white. Did he have on a red tie? No, he had on blue and white. He didn't have on a red tie today. Right? So my favorite line in all of the whole 13-minute performance was, "You can't fake influence." You can't fake that. You can't. I was like, oh God, you are. I said, Pastor Lamar. I was like, Pastor. Oh Lord. So I was with Sam when he was like, "Don't mess this up." Sarcastically, because Sam was 10 toes down, 10 fingers raised. Let's get it. Like we was all here for it. You understand what I'm saying? It was the phrase that I came up with, and I had to write it down so I don't forget. Those 13 minutes was so politically righteous. Like, that was such a Malcolm X at the hospital with your hands up and you go like this and the people move. It was such a Martin Luther King Jr. sit-in. It was such a March on Washington. It was such. I haven't felt that free in 13 minutes in a long time. And then I did in those 13 minutes. I was like, the fight continues. It was so political. It wasn't even, after that, it wasn't even about the rest of the music and the stuff and the thing and Drake and it was after the fact. It was like, okay, so is he going to perform the song or not? But those first couple of seconds, if I was number 47, I would have left too, because he left. Okay, yeah. He left. That's what they didn't show. Unless, Mm-hmm. And this is what people... Now, there were some things at the Super Bowl that I missed. Or the symbolism of it all. Like, I didn't realize until after I went back, online and people was talking about it, that it was the stadium was in the I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Was in a format, they said, of a PlayStation console and then a prison yard. I was like, wow, that explains the game over, because America is playing a game. I still have some skepticism because I'm not convinced that the halftime show performances aren't approved beforehand. I can see that, Bert. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. They can go. You mean going over it with you on paper? Well, yeah, I'm gonna have a few dancers and da 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 da. And this is our uniform and blah 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 blah. Da, da. And you're like, oh, okay, that's simple enough. Okay, all right. It don't mean nothing until you actually see it. Until you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can have a blueprint of something. You can have a blueprint of your house, but you don't see the house until you finish building it. You can have an outline of it. You want this here. You want the stove to look like this. You want the stairs to be spiral. You want the tub to be 6 feet deep. You want but until you actually see it, it doesn't affect you in such a way. Like, we knew they probably had in writing that our uniform is red, white, and blue. Those are our colors. But they didn't know there's going to be in the formation of a flag. And in the formation of the flag, if you go back and watch it, they're bending over. They're like, we're standing on the backs of each other. And all we got to do is stand up. We are a people. You understand what I'm saying? Right, and they did not rehearse in costume. They did not. They didn't. They rehearsed, but they didn't rehearse in costume. And then I think somebody also said that those first few lines was freelanced, freestyle. So yeah, it's heavy. It's so heavy. Hey Rhonda, hey Keisha. So heavy. So heavy. So heavy. So yeah, it's it's uh it's heavy. The fact, like I said, the fact that they were bent over and then they stood up, that was so powerful to me. It was so powerful to me because us as a people, as a nation, because remember they in the formation of the flag. Go back and watch it. They in the formation of the flag and the colors that represent the flag, and they was bending over, and then they stood up as a people. Mind blown. And I'm sitting here like unbelievable. I was like, preach, pastor. I was like, you preaching and you ain't even saying nothing. It's all in demonstration. It was all about that. Presentation is everything. Like you only got one time to make a first. Why am I lost for words? Because I can't think straight. Um, it was just so heavy. It was just politically. That's why I said politically impression. Thank you. You only got one time. You only got one. The first time you only got one time to make a good impression. The first time. They already in those first 6 seconds, I was sold out. I joined Pastor Lamar's church. I joined Pastor Lamar's church. And like I said, the concept of a prison yard, I was like, that was a prison yard? I was like, what? So you're trying to represent the fact that we as a country is still enslaved mentally, physically, even we still fighting for the 40 acres and a mule. We still somebody interviewed Queen Latifah. They was like, well, what did you think about the halftime show, the Super Bowl halftime show? And she was like, mic drop. And I was like, it was freaking brilliant. One of my friends was like, this show is horrible. And I was like, but it's so genius. And then they wrote me back and was like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah, you did. You did. It's okay. You're still my friend. Absolutely. 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 It was just so powerful. And then even with Serena, everybody's like, oh, she did that because she used to date Drake, and that was a slap in his face. Eh, if you want to add that to it, but y'all forget. I'm gonna get to you the second bird, but y'all forget they came for Serena. Serena is from Compton. Serena's gonna always represent Compton. I live in Brooklyn. I'm from the South Bronx. I'm going to always represent the BX. People be like, "Oh, you from Brooklyn?" No, I live in Brooklyn. I'm from the BX. Don't ever forget it. You better ask about me. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Serena is from Compton. That Seawalk there is familiar with Compton. It gets a bad rep because Compton is represents criminal minded, right? Y'all forget that they dragged Serena when she was celebrating her win at Wimbledon, and she just broke out in her dance. That's what she do. She does it everywhere. And so for them to drag her, they were trying to find her and take away her status. And then, nope, I'm on the biggest platform in the world. all around the world, all around the globe, and I'm gonna do my dance. Cause again, I win. Love it. Politically righteous. Politically righteous. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Now, after all of that, if you want to say it was a slap in Aubrey's face, then all right, well, whatever. I don't even care about none of that. She's so mature. She's so mature than that. But if you want to associate it with that, then But Wimbledon felt that because they know what they try to do to that girl. They try to discredit her. You can't discredit her. Are you crazy? Celebrate Serena. Strong J. I would have did it too. Trust me. The biggest platform in the world, the Super Bowl is one of the biggest. It is the biggest platform in the world. Different time zones and Super Bowl is playing all at the same time. You only get to do that once. You only get to do that. You only get to do it once. You cannot take away people's memories and their moments. That was her moment. It was offered to her. I'm sure she discussed it with her husband. Do you, boo? I got you, babe. I got your back. Out of here. Because they know what they try to do to that girl. Because you're trying to keep her in a poverty state of mind. Come on. Are you crazy? You can't take away somebody's moment, somebody's memory. You don't do that to people. You don't do that. It's already done. It's already done. But someone said that has something to do with the show Squid Games, and I'll have to go back and watch the show. I don't see Squid Games. Yeah, I could see that. I didn't hear that, Bert. See, this is why I'm glad Bert is here. Really? I mean, Squid Games is survival of the fittest. It's two teams, and they're playing. They're playing for money, and it's by any means necessary. Squid Games is popping. You need to watch, binge watch. It's a good show. Get your snacks. And there's a part 2. I think that comes out in March or April. So you got to catch up, boo. I need you to catch up so we can talk about it. Serena quit walk. How strong? Yes. Yes, it was very strong and powerful. Like, but what? Representation matters. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Representation matters. And that's why I wrote down the phrase politically righteous, respectfully. It was so, I know what, I think I got saved all over again in 13 minutes watching that Super Bowl. Because that Pastor Lamar preached. You hear me? He preached. That Pastor Lamar was the Noel Jones of the Super Bowl. You hear me? He preached. Oh, that's another good one, too. They were playing for money. So, okay, y'all give me 7 seconds to talk to Bert, all right? So, Squid Games is, right? They go and find these people got dead, they poverty stricken through that, and they come and they get these people, they take them to this place, and they're playing for money, right? So if you got 100 people, you got all this money, right? But the more people that die, the bank increases because now you get their money because they're dead. They don't need the money. So the more people that die, the more this bank builds. So it gets up into like the billions, the millions, the billions. So now you see the money, you trying to play the games to see who's gonna die. But these games is ruthless. These games are ruthless. And then they turn on each other. You got to watch the game. I mean, you got to watch the movie. Squid Games is, part 2 comes back on, I think, either March or April. But they playing for all this money. And then the guy who won in season 1 is trying to stop the games in season 2. So it ended with him doing what he do. I don't want to give it away. But it ended, but he do what he do, and then we gotta wait for part 2 of season 2 to come back on. So you gotta catch up, girl, so we can talk about it. But yeah, but it's about money, which goes back to number 47, which goes back to the red, white, and blue, which goes back to Uncle Sam. You see where I'm going with this? So Squid Games, I can see that. I can see that. I could definitely see that. But I didn't realize that the ground setting was that of the PlayStation controller. I missed it. I missed it. I must have been in worship because I was in worship because that Pastor Lamar preached. He preached a good word. I was at convocation. Whew, he did it. He ain't got to do nothing else for me. Like I said, I got saved again. I got restored again. My soul has been revived. I feel like I can make it. I feel like I can go on. And see, and there's a way to fight clean. There was no cussing. There was no body showing. There was the... And here's the thing. Everybody felt it. Everybody felt like, one way or another, either politically or musically, because everybody was like, oh my God, he performed the song. Okay. One way or another, you, how they say in church, you left differently than when you got there. You left differently because number 47 sure left. Either he left during the performance or right after it ended. They said that he left the game. So let's talk about that. People spend billions of dollars for you to be at this game that you had no business being there at the first place because you could have just watched it in the Oval Office. And you left. You didn't even stay for the whole doggone game. Give me back my money. That's taxpayers' money. You understand what I'm saying? Crazy. And then he performed Not Like Us. And he looked in that camera and said his name. So there was no misunderstanding. There was no, well, is he talking about me? Is he referring to me? No, I need you to know that I'm talking to you. I'm talking directly. Look, I'm talking to you. That's what he did. I'm talking directly to you, sir. I don't understand how people felt like he was not going to perform his 5-time Grammy Award-winning song. And even in that, he did it respectfully. You could see, it's all about delivery. It's all about presentation. It's all about say what you got to say. Just watch your tone. Watch how you... It's not what you say, it's how you say it. I don't want you to call him the P word. Okay. You're not allowed to say the P. Okay. And he didn't. Respectfully. Pastor Lamar. When is your next service, sir? Whew. But that's how you fight. That's how you fight. You ain't got to be rah-rah. You ain't got to be nasty. You ain't got to be disrespectful. But I'm going to let you know. Pastor Lamar did what my mother always used to say. Yeah. Pastor Lamar did what my mother always say, and I find myself saying it. Be like, I can show you better than I can tell you. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And then they're trying to make it a big deal. Oh, they not paying him for the show. They don't pay none of the artists for the shows. Quiet as it's kept. Right. Yep. None of them get you. It's about exposure and publicity. Last year, Rihanna, right? Y'all remember? I love me some Rihanna. You can say whatever. Um, Rihanna, right? Did y'all see how she promoted her Fenty cosmetic line in her? Did y'all see that? She stood on the stage and did her makeup. Before she got off that stage, they shut down the internet. They shut down her whole site because everybody was shopping Fenty. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. The artists don't get paid. It's about publicity. It's about exposure. The Super Bowl is the biggest platform in the world. In the world. In the world. That's why I ain't mad at Serena. I get an opportunity to be on the biggest platform of the world. You better believe it. Absolutely. And I'm going to do my dance in the face of the people who was trying to stop me and tear me down and discredit my name and my character. You don't want me to dance on your tennis field? Okay, I'm going to dance on the biggest platform of the world. And that's what she did. These are the kind of fights sometimes you just got to show up. Sometimes you show up and fight. Sometimes you just show up. Wasn't that the situation with Judah? They just showed up. They just showed up. Their praise was so powerful that the enemies ended up fighting each other. And here we are. Now they're fighting each other, and Serena's at home with her husband, happily ever after. Kendrick is home with his wife and his children, happily ever after. They ain't got to do nothing for the rest of their lives. Because now everybody else is fighting everybody else. Oh, we got to do this. We got to get it. They all in the uproar, and everybody's out and celebrating Valentine's Day and stuff and loving on love. And that's what you do. That's how you upset the enemy's camp. Sometimes you just got to show up. Show up, do what you do, respectfully, and leave. Praise your way through. I think that's how I'm going to close this out. Praise your way through. Smile and praise your way. Look dead in the camera. Look dead in the face of the enemy. Smile and praise your way through. That's what we do. That's praise your way through. I had a situation on Wednesday, and that's what we did. That's what we did. We show up, we look them dead in their face, and we praise our way through. And that Wednesday ended on a high note, which is why I did not fast. I apologize again. I did not fast on Wednesday because I was in celebratory mode with Pastor Lamar and Serena. Again, you show up and you praise your way. Because they want you disoriented and rah. We already got that label. Don't give them what they already expect of us. How Heavy D said it? They call us animals. I don't agree with them. That's Self-Destruction, my ultimate favorite rap song, by the way. Self-Destruction. Don't give them ammunition to tear you down. We don't do that. Look, I got a whole revelation about this Super Bowl. Yes, show up, but don't show out. Yes, Keisha. That's what you do. That's what you do. So listen, thank y'all for putting up with me today. I just had to get that off my chest. I tell you, I feel lighter. I feel lighter. But that's how you do it. 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 Checkmate. 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 That's it. So thank you for your input. Thank you for listening today. I got to get ready for church with Pastor Lamar. Let me tell you something. He showed us, if he didn't show us nothing else, he showed us how to show up, fight, and win. Respectfully. He has picked up the mantle of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks. Listen, I'm tired. I done worked all day. I'm not getting up. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. We just here. It's Black History, y'all. We still in Black History. This is how we, in this season, this is how you win. Strong and solid. Strong and solid. Strong and solid. Praise your way through. Let's get it. Be free, be focused, and favored. That's how we... You're welcome, Netta. So until next week, y'all, you stay safe, stay encouraged. Next week is 4th Saturday with Jamel Lewis. And we fasting on Wednesdays from 6 to 6. Ladies, y'all get ready. Men, please do not support us for our Women's History Month. I'm telling you, my women got something to say. It may help you learn how to deal with us. So y'all show up, all right? So until next week, again, I say, y'all stay safe, stay encouraged. Mwah. I love y'all. All right? Bye.